We're doing 30 seconds of work, 60 seconds of rest. Just follow along with me. Timer's counting down right now. I'll coach you as you go. Go through this circuit as many times as denoted in your training.
3, 2, 1.
First one, we got high knees up nice and high. If that jumping is a little bit much, then just march it out. Trying to get those knees up high. Opposite arm and leg are moving. Again, if you need to, march it out. If you need to go back and forth between the two, that's fine. 30 seconds of work, 60 seconds of rest. I'll talk about the next one after, during the rest.
Three, 2, 1.
And resting for 60 seconds. Next one we're going to come into are some butt kickers. So hands are going to come right to the lower back. Heels are coming up nice and high. We can sprint these out, or if you shouldn't be jumping, we can march them out as well. You can go back and forth between the two if you would like to. Make sure we're driving those elbows back, working on opening up that chest a little bit while we drive those heels up. Getting those heels up as high as we can. We don't want to short arm it as much as possible, otherwise we're missing out on some contraction in the hamstrings. So arms on the lower back, as long as there's no pain in the shoulders. If there's pain in the shoulders, bring them down by the side. About 15 seconds left in the rest. Here we go.
3, 2,
30 seconds of butt kickers.
Exercise 1.
Again, heels up nice and high. If you need to march it out, but still trying to keep going quickly.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Okay, another 60 seconds. Next one we're coming to is a good push-up hold. So we're going to be coming down, push up, hands right at the shoulders, holding that nice tense position. Feet are together, knees are together, glutes are squeezed. We're holding that kind of high plank. Down the forearms, we're up on the hands, holding, keep breathing into the torso, expanding, exhaling out. Keep a nice straight line all the way through the torso. Don't let your head drop. Nice straight line, looking right between your hands the entire time. If you want to make it more challenging, instead of holding at the top, you can hold at the bottom or in the middle. I'll show you those variations as well when we get started in about another 15 seconds. Ten now. Getting ready. Down in that good push-up position.
1.
And hold it. Feet together, knees together. Push the ground away. Don't sink down. Push away and hold. Head in a nice straight line. Looking right between those hands. If you want to make it harder, you can hold at the bottom or in the middle. Squeeze glutes. Keep breathing.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Resting for another 60 seconds. Next one we got alternating dead bug. So for this one, we're going to be on our back. Knees bent at 90 degrees. Toes pulled towards the shins. Arms are reaching up towards the ceiling. We're going to extend one leg out while the opposite arm reaches up. And then we're going to bring it back together. We're going to alternate this for the 30 seconds. So reach the other arm out, leg up. If you cannot get that close to the floor without your back collapsing, we're trying to keep the lower back pressed in, then instead just reach a little higher for now. Reach a little bit higher rather than bringing that foot down each time. So we'll start that in about 15 seconds. 8, 7, get yourself ready, get yourself down in that good position. Knees bent at 90 degrees, arms reaching up towards the ceiling. And alternating. Exhale as you extend out. Inhale as you come back in.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, last one for the end of the round, alternating lateral squats. So we're gonna start with our feet nice and wide, toes pointed forward. We're gonna sit back to one side and keep the other leg straight. So hands are right up in front of us. We sit to one side, other leg is straight. We bring it back up. And then we're gonna sit back to the other side. We're just alternating back and forth. Couple important parts here. When you're sitting back, don't let this knee come in. Think like somebody's against the outside of your knee and you're pushing away. Sit back, push the knee that way. Sit back, push the knee that way. Keep the foot flat, but push the knee out. If you need to, just shorten up the distance you're dropping down, keep it up a little bit higher. We're alternating back and forth. Take your time, go as quickly as you're able to, but take your
3,
time.
2, 1.
Hands up.
Exercise 1.
Sit back, drive the knee out. Sit back, drive the knee out. Make sure those feet are well wider than shoulder width apart. But if we get too wide, it'll force the knees in. So you gotta kind of find your sweet spot there. Drive the knee out, stand it back up.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Good, so that's the end of round one. I'm gonna stop the clock once it gets to stop the recording once it gets to 20 seconds remaining. Just rewind this all the way to the beginning, and that'll match up with that 20-second warm-up timer. And just go through this as many times as you have written in your programming. All right, if you have any questions, you know where to find me. About 35, 10 seconds. So we'll pause that recording. Once that hits 20, rewind, start it over.